गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Dear devotee, Hare Krishna, you are all welcome for continuity of our Bhakti Vedanta study of 10th Canto Srimad Bhagvatam with VIHE. We are today starting the second chapter, the prayers by the demigods. So the first 5 verses describes Kansa's atrocities against the Yadus. Kansa's atrocities against Yadus. Why Kansa started atrocities against Yadus? Because he has heard from Devrishi Narada that the demigods are appearing in the Yadu dynasty to kill the demons, including Kansa. Because on hearing this message from Narada, Ansa started atrocities. Now the verse says, Sri Shukavacha, Pralambha Bhakkachano Ratrinavarta Mahashnaihi. Mahashnai is Aghasur. The names all of you know: Pralambasur, Bakasur, Charuna, Trinavarta, Aghasur, Mushtikaha, Arishta. Arishta is the demon who came during, because of that Radha Kund and Sham Kund appeared. There is Arishtasur. Devidya, this is a gorilla who was killed by Balaram. Putana, Keshi, Dhenu, Kahi. Anyascha Asura Bhu Palai. Bhu means Prithvi, Palai means rulers. Banaha Bhauma Adibhi Yutaha. Banasur and Bhaumasur. Yadunam Kadanam Chakre Bali Magadaha Sangsharaya. Yadunam Kadanam Chakre Bali Magad. Magad is the Jarasandha, who is the ruler of Magad. And they, with that powerful ruler, they started to harass the Yadavas. So here is the translation. So the Goswami said, under the protection of Magadraj Jarasandha, who is the father-in-law of Kansa, the powerful Kansa began persecuting kings of Yadu dynasty. In this he had the cooperation of demons like Palamba, Bakka, Charun, Trinavart, Aghasur, Mushtik, Arishta, Dravid, Putna, Kesi, Dhenuka, Banasur, Narkasur, and many other demonic kings on the surface of earth. Srila Prabhupada writes, this verse support the following statement given by Lord Shri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. So, yada yada dharmasya parinitranaya sadhunam. So, because there is an imbalance on the surface of the earth, demons increase, so Krishna appeared to annihilate them, establish the Dharma. So the Lord's purpose in maintaining this material world is to give everyone a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. This is the purpose of maintaining this material world. This is a very important statement actually. Why Lord created this material world? Just to give everyone a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. But the kings and political leaders unfortunately try to hinder the purpose of the Lord. And therefore Lord appears, either personally or with his plenary portions to set things right. So very important, I think, everybody to always remember the creation of material world and its maintenance is for a chance for the living entities to get free from the repeated birth and death and go back home, back to God. Anybody, king or a ruler or a politician who try to hinder this purpose of the Supreme Lord, then Lord has to appear. Therefore it is said, Garbha Sancharya Rohinya. Why this verse is given here? Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki after transferring Baladev to the womb of Rohini by the power of Yoga Maya. Why this verse comes here? Because Srila Prabhupada has written, Krishna appears either personally or with his plenary portion. So this verse, Srila Prabhupada is giving the scriptural quotation for along with Balaram, with a plenary portion. Therefore this verse is given. Yadubhihi sa vyarudhyapta. The kings of the Yadus were all devotees. But there were many powerful demons such as Salva who began to persecute them. At that time, Jarasandha, who was Kansa's father-in-law, was extremely powerful, and therefore Kansa took advantage of his protection and help of the demons in persecuting kings of the Yadu dynasty. The demons naturally appeared more powerful than demigods, but ultimately, because of the help received from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the demons were defeated and demigods triumphed. So the same thing, the opponents of the propagation of Krishna consciousness are always powerful people. But ultimately, by the help received from Supreme Lord, the opponents may be powerful, like the one who sold the land of Juhu Beach to Srila Prabhupada was powerful. The case against the ISKCON brainwashing, they were all powerful. But ultimately, by the help received from Supreme Lord, the devotees become triumphant. This is a big hope. Prabhupada's statement is a good hope for the devotees that they will not be destroyed by demons. In verse 1 to 3, in second chapter, Devaki's child is transferred to Rohini by Yogamaya. Krishna appears in Devaki's womb and demigod praise Lord. Kansa's persecution of Yadus, which was mentioned in the first chapter, is now described in detail. Mahashanahi, a big eater, means Agasur. Now, verse number 3. te pidita nivesho kurupanchalake kayan shalvan vidrabhan nishaddan videhan koshalan api. So when the Yadus were harassed by Kansa and his allies, where did they go? This verse says, Te pidita. Pidita means those who were tortured, persecuted. So the Nivishu means they took shelter. They left the Sursen ruled area. They went to the Kuru, which means the Hastinapur. They went to Panchal, which means Maharaj Drupad's kingdom. They went to Kekayan, the Kekai Maharaj's kingdom. Shalavan, Vidarbha, where the Rukmani is born. Nishad Raj, they went even to the forest dwellers. Videha Raj, it means Koshalan. This is the where the father of Sita, Videha, that area ruled by the Maharaj Janak. Videha means Janak. And Koshalan, where the actual is ruled by the followers of Ikshvaku dynasty. So they went there like a simple man, incognito, working like farmers. Something like that is described by some acharyas. The Yadus lived in a secret, Nibardha Vivashu, hiding in farming and cowherd villages, dressed in farmers or cowherd clothing. This is where they went. And the Garga Samhita says, they fled to other countries on the premise of visiting relatives. They told, we are going just to visit our relatives, and waited for the better time that they can come back. So verse number 4 and 5. Some of their relatives, means Yaduva's relatives, however, began to follow Kansa's principle. Akrur is the example, and act in his service. After Kansa, the son of Ugarsen, killed the 6 sons of Devaki, a plenary portion of Krishna entered her womb as her 7th child, arousing her pleasure and her lamentation. That plenary portion is celebrated by great sages as Ananta, who belongs to Krishna's 2nd quadruple expansion. Yam Anantam Parichakshate. Some of the chief devotees like Akrur stayed with Kansa to satisfy him. Why? This they did for various purposes. What are the purposes? They all expected the Supreme Personality of Godhead to appear as the 8th child as soon as Devaki's other children are killed by Kansa, and they were eagerly awaiting his appearance because they have eagerness to see Krishna. By remaining in Kansa's association, they would be able to see Supreme Personality of Godhead take birth and display his childhood pastimes. Akrura would later go to Vrindavan to bring Krishna and Balaram to Mathura. The word Paryupasate is significant because it indicates that some devotees wanted to stay near Krishna in order to see all these pastimes of Krishna. The 6 children killed by Kansa had formerly been son of Marichi, but because of having been cursed by Brahmana, this word Brahman is Brahma. So Brahma is also Brahman. It's not Brahman, it's a Brahma. They were obliged to take birth as grandson of Hiranyakashipu. Grandson means son of Kalnemi. Kansa had taken birth as Kalnemi. Now he was obliged to kill his own sons. And there is a whole story written in Harivansh Puran and Garga Samhita. You can read this in the purport. As soon as the sons of Devaki were killed, they would return to their original place. Devotees wanted to see this also. Generally speaking, no one kills his own nephew, but Kans was so cruel that he did so without hesitation. Ananta Sankrashana belongs to the second Chaturvyu or quadruple expansion. This is an opinion of an experienced commentator. Again, we read the two more commentaries, then we can discuss if there's a need. Priyopasate agrees. Being eager to see Lord, some of the Yadus, such as Akrur, become cooperative with Kansa and lived with him in Mathura. Vaishnavam Dham, there's a word in the verse Vaishnavam Dham, which means plenary expansion of Vishnu. After Kansa killed first 6 children, the 7th appeared in Devaki's womb. He was famous as Anant. What is his description? Anant is described as Vaishnavam Dhama, which means he is an answer, which means part of Krishna. Harsha Shok, joy and lamentation. Ananta's appearance in Devaki's womb was a cause of jubilation, but that he would be killed by Kansa was cause of lamentation. Still go further. Some of the Yadu's relatives followed Kansa. This means that they skillfully were able to control him. Or some devotees did this because they were awaiting to see Krishna. This will later be revealed by Akrura when he goes to Vrij. Paryupasate would be Paryupasata. The 6 children who were killed were previously Devata, son of Marichi. By offending Brahma, when he was running behind his own created daughter Vak, and they left, and therefore Brahma cursed them. And based on that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told this story to a Brahman. That I have full faith that you are Supreme Lord, but I have no faith on Nityanand because his sannyasi is wearing the silk dress and chewing the pan and other things. And then Mahaprabhu said, never offend a great person. Then he gave the story that Brahma was offended by son of Marichi and they become demons. So this story was told by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's very famous old story. So they were killed. Previously Devata, son of Marichi, but by offending Brahma, they become demons. They were born to Kalnemi, son of Hiranyakashipu. So Kalnemi is son of Hiranyakashipu. As his 6 sons, known as Shadgarbha, rejecting Hiranyakashipu, they began worshipping Brahma. Angry at that, Hiranyakashipu cursed them to be killed by their father. Because and Brahma gave them boon. They asked, what do you want? Brahma asked, what do you want? They said, we should not be killed by demigods, by Gandharvas, by this, by that. And Brahma said, all right. And therefore they become proud. And Hiranyakashipu said, why you did not worship me? Why you are worshipping Brahma? So he cursed them. Now nobody else but their own father will kill. So, remembering this incident, the Lord had Yoga Maya put them in the womb of Devaki. So by Yoga Maya, these 6 sons of Kalnemi were put in the womb of Devaki to be killed by Kansa, who was previously their father Kalnemi. This is explained in Harivans. Later it will be said that they appeared from Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakashi Jata, Nitaste Yoga Mayaya. This is at chapter 10, verse 85, 48. And then to harmonize the two statements, the meaning should be that they were born as Kalnemi's sons in Hiranyakashipu's lineage. Thus in later verse it is simply stated they appeared Jataha from Hiranyakashipu And that does not mention they are his sons. This is also stated in Mahabharata. Or there can be a different version and a different kalpa. Though they were killed, it is explained in the chapter 85 that they attained liberation from hellish conditions. And this is also a story. In Dwarka, once Krishna and Balaram came to pay obeisance to Mother Devaki, and Mother Devaki said, "You have brought the old son of your teacher, Sandipuni Muni. I want to see my 6 children who were killed by Kansa." So both brothers went to Sutal Lok, where Bali Maharaj received them and asked, "How can I serve you?" And both brothers said, "We need our 6 brothers." They were at that time with Bali Maharaj. So they brought those children, and Devaki Mata, because of motherly affection, fed them milk, which was the Mahaprasad of Krishna, and they were relieved from the demonic curse and went back as a son of Marichi to their respective position in a heavenly planet. That's what this word is written, that they never went to hellish planet. Thus no one can accuse Lord of being indifferent to their killing, because Lord ultimately delivered them. Because of his anger, Sukdev does not mention Kansa's name in this verse, instead calls him son of Ugarsin. The wise call the 7th child Sankrashana, Anantam, the 2nd member of Chaturvyu, whose body was filled with Krishna, Vaishnavam. Bhagavan api Vishwatma. Now this second section, 6 to 14. Krishna instruct Yoga Maya. Bhagavan api Vishwatma viditvaha kansajam bhayam yadunam nijanathanam yoga mayam samadhishat. So Krishna is Bhagavan, and he is also Vishwatma, means super soul. It means he is the object of love for everybody. Viditva means when he understood the position of Yadus, that they are harassed by Kansa and the other devotees. Kansajam, because of Kansa harassed them and they were in fear, bhayam. Yadunam nijanathanam. So Krishna is the one who is accepted by Yadus as their only master, supreme shelter. Yoga Mayam, unto Yoga Maya, the spiritual potency of Krishna, samadhisht order as follows. So to protect the Yadus, his personal devotees, from Kansa's attack, the personality of Godhead, Vishwatma, the super soul of everyone, order Yoga Maya as follows. Now Prabhupada writes, what is the Vishwatma means? Sri Sanatana Goswami comments, Bhagavan Swayam is Sri Krishna. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. He is Vishwatma, the original soul of everyone, because his plenary portion expands as super soul. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita also, Kshetra Kshetragyam Chapi Vidimam Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. There are hundreds and thousands of plenary expansion of Vishnu, such as Sankrishna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudev. But here, in this material world, the Vishwa Atma, the super soul for all living entities, is Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. As stated in Gita, Ishwar Sarvabhutanam Hirdeshe Arjun Tishtati. Okay. Vishwa Atma by his plenary expansion as Vishnu Tattva, yet, O Arjuna, Krishna is actually Vishwa Atma. Yet because of his affection for his devotee, he acts as a super soul to give them direction. Sarvasya Cham Hirdesani Vishnu. The affairs of the super soul pertain to Kshirodakshayi Vishnu, But Krishna took compassion on Devaki, his devotee, because he understood her fear of conscious persecution. A pure devotee is always fearful of material existence. This is very important. If you are a pure devotee one day, I means if we are pure devotee one day, we should read it like this. I as a devotee is always fearful of material existence. No one knows what will happen next. For I may have to change the body at any moment, tatha dehantar prapti. Knowing this fact, a pure devotee acts in such a way that he will not have his life spoiled by being obliged to accept another body and undergo tribulation of material existence. This is bhayam or fear. What is the fear? Fear is to get another body to suffer in this world. And what is the definition of bhaya? This is from the 11th canto. Dvaitya abhinveshvataha syat. It means fearfulness is dvaitya, means separate. Abhiniveshita, considering that I am separate from soul, that is the cause of fear. This fear is due to material existence. Properly speaking, everyone should always be alert and fearful of material existence. The Prabhupada used to say, I every day pray to the Maya, because she is the superintendent of this material world, that she should spare him that he can serve Krishna, and there should be no obstacle or hindrance in his service to Krishna. But then Prabhupada used to say, these young devotees, they are not afraid of Maya. Therefore Maya sometime, catch them. And they fall down. So here Prabhupada said, properly speaking, everyone should always be alert and fearful of material existence. But although everyone is prone to be affected by the ignorance of material existence, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is always alert to the protection of his devotee. Krishna is so kind and affectionate towards his devotees that he helps them by giving them the intelligence by which to exist in this material world without forgetting him even for a moment. And then Prabhupada quote for this the verse from Bhagavad Gita, Tesham evanukampartham aham agyanjatamah nasyami atma bhavisto gyana deepena bhasvata. Out of compassion for them, I dwelling in their heart, destroy with shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. This is the function of the super soul. Krishna does this through super soul. The word yoga means link. And the system of yoga is an attempt to reconnect our broken relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are different types of relationship. There are different types of yoga, of which bhakti yoga is best. In others yoga system, one must undergo various processes before attaining perfection. But bhakti yoga is direct. The Lord says, Yoginapi Sarvesham. Everybody knows this verse. For the bhakti yoga, a human body is guaranteed in his next existence. It means those who practice bhakti yoga, if even they don't perfect, there is a guarantee they will get a human body. Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Vrishto Abhijayate. Now, Yoga Maya is the spiritual potency of the Lord. Out of affection for his devotees, the Lord always stays in spiritual touch with them. Although otherwise his Maya potency is so strong that she bewildered even exalted demigod like Brahma. Therefore, Lord's potency called Yoga Maya. Since Lord is Vishwa Atma, he immediately ordered Yoga Maya to give protection to Devaki. Bhagavan Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan, gave order to Yoga Maya, who is the fifth of his 9 spiritual energies. So Krishna has 9 spiritual energy and Yoga Maya is number 5. And the other 8 are, so the 9 Shakti, they are Vimala is first, Utkarshana is 2, Gyaan is 3, Kiya is 4, Yoga Maya is 5, Prahavi is 6, Satya is 7, Ishana is 8, and Anugraha is 9. So Gyaan, Kriya, Bal, these are all Shakti we know in verse Sruyate, Vividha Shakti, Sruyate, Gyaan, Kriya, Bal, Cha. So these are the 9 energies of the Supreme Lord. And the Yoga Maya is the 5th one. Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, Ansi of all forms, means the source of all forms of Lord, Vishwa-atma. What actually it means that from the Kshirodaksha Vishnu, all the different incarnations are coming. Sometimes says through Garbhodaksha, but they are one from the other. So no, some purport is like that, but there's no contradiction. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the Ansi of all form, Vishwa-atma, knew that the Yadu feared Kansa. The word Api is used to distinguish Krishna, who speak at this time from Kshirodaksha Vishnu. To the Brahma, Kshirodaksha Vishnu spoke. Now, to the Yoga Maya, Krishna is speaking. That is the purpose of Api. So Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the answer who spoke to Brahma previously. He knew of their suffering without having to be informed of it. Therefore he spoke to Yoga Maya to relieve the Yadus of fear. He ordered her in a stimulating way, Samyak Adishat. Why? They took refuge in him alone, Nijanathanam. Yadus took refuge in him. Therefore, out of affection for them, he did this. Or the phrase can mean that they were the best, Nathanam. Of all the devotees, Nija. Means Yadus are the best of her devotees. That's another meaning. Yoga means a special Shakti of the Lord. It is called a Maya, because it has the ability to bewilder even Brahma. It is superior to the Shakti which causes material universe, Jagat Karana Shakti, Mahamaya. Another name of Yoga Maya is Ekansa. Another meaning of this sentence by interpreting the word Api is that it indicates the supreme position of Bhagavan in comparison with Maya. Since he was in the supreme position, he ordered Yoga Maya. So Api has 2 meanings. One is Krishna is speaking to Yoga Maya, and 2, the Krishna is superior to the Yoga Maya. Now what is the instruction given to the Yoga Maya? Gaccha devi virjam bhadre gopa gopai alankritah rohini vasudevasya bharya sate nanda gokule अन्याश्च कंस संविघ्नः विवरेषु वसन्ति. Gach Devi Vrajam Bhadre, O most auspicious, go to the place called Vraj. What is in the Vraj? Gopa, there are coward men. Gopi, coward women. Alankarta is decorated with cows, coward men, coward women. And also there is Rohini, Vasudevasya Bharya, wife of Vasudeva. Where? At Nanda Gokule. Anyas and other wives also. Kansa Samvigna, because they were tortured by Kansa, so they left from there by fear of that. Vivareshu means they are some are living there in incognito, not seen by others. The Lord ordered Yogamaya, my potency, who are worshipable for the entire world, and whose nature is to bestow good fortune upon all living entities, go to Vrij, where there live many cowherd men and their wives. In that beautiful land, where many cows reside, Rohini, the wife of Vasudeva, is living at the home of Nanda Maharaj. Otherwise, of Vasudeva also living there incognito because of fear of Kansa. Please go there. Nanda Gokul, the residence of King Nanda, was itself very beautiful. And when Yogamaya was ordered to go there and encourage the devotees with fearlessness, it became even more beautiful and safe. Because Yogamaya had the ability to create such an atmosphere, the Lord ordered her to go to Nanda Gokul. After Devaki's 6 children were killed, Vasudeva, seeing Rohini pregnant, sent her secretly to Nanda Gokul out of fear of Kansa. Others lived in secret places, literally caves. So Rohini was living with Vasudeva, and when she was pregnant, Akrur actually took her on a she horse and safely settled them at along with Yashoda at Nand's house, because they are the brothers. O Devi, worshipped by the world, full of all auspiciousness. Devi means which is worshipable, and Bhadre means full of all auspiciousness. He addresses her in this way to inspire her, or the word shows her qualification for going to Vrja. She is qualified, she can go to Vrja. The other words also are meant to inspire her. The cowards and cows are most astonishing, unimaginable by her. Otherwise, the Vasudeva were also living there. Verse number 8. Devakya jatre garbham seshakyam dhama mamakam sa sanikrishya rohinyam uddarahe saniveshaya. Now this is the first work Krishna gave to Yogamaya. Within the womb of Devaki is my partial plenary expansion known as Sankarshan or Sage. Without difficulty, transfer him into the womb of Rohini. The first plenary expansion of Krishna is Baladev, also known as Shesh. The Shesh incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead support the entire universe, and the eternal mother of this incarnation is Mother Rohini. Because I am going into the world of Devaki, womb of Devaki, Lord said to Yogamaya, the Shesh incarnation has already gone there to make suitable arrangement so that I may live there. Now he should enter the womb of Rohini, his eternal mother. Prabhupada writes, in this connection, one may ask how the Supreme Person of Godhead, who is always situated transcendently, could enter the womb of Devaki, which had previously been entered by the 6 asuras, the Sadgarbha. Does this mean that the Sadgarbhas were equal to the transcendental body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The following answer is given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. The entire creation, as well as its individual parts, is an expansion of energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, even though the Lord enters the material world, He does not do so. This is explained by Lord in Bhagavad Gita. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagata vyakta murtina madhisthani sarvabhutani chapteshu avastita nacha madhisthani bhutani yogame yogam pasya aishwaram pasya me yogam aishwaram bhuta bhrancha bhutatma bhut bhrancha bhutasto mama atma bhuta bhavana. These are 2 verses quoted from 9th chapter. So, what it means? The meaning ultimately means Sarvam Khalva Idam Brahm. Everything is an expansion of Brahm, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet everything is not the Supreme Godhead, and He is not everywhere. Everything rests upon Him, and yet does not rest upon Him. This can be explained only through the Achintya Bheda Abheda Tattva philosophy. Such truths cannot be understood, however, unless one is a pure devotee. For Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati Yavanchas Chasmi Tattvataha. Even though the Lord cannot be understood by ordinary person, this principle should be understood from the statement of Shastra. A pure devotee is always transcendently situated because of executing 9 processes of devotional service: Sarvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedana. Thus situated in devotional service, a devotee, although in material world, is not in material world. Yet a devotee always fears, because I am associated with the material world, so my contamination affects me. Therefore, he is always alert in fear, which gradually diminishes his material association. Symbolically, Mother Devaki's constant fear of Krishna was purifying her. So Kansa is a fear, Devaki is a devotion, and because of her fear of the Kansa, she is getting purified. A pure devotee should always fear material association, and in this way all asuras of material association will be killed, as Shadgarbha asuras were killed by Kansa. It is said that the mind, Marichi appears, so mind represents Marichi. In other words, Marichi is an incarnation of mind. Marichi has 6 sons: Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madha, Matsarya, which means lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and envy. They also represent, Chakravarti will write, they are like the sense objects, says form, sound, touch. So he will say these are also like that. The Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in pure devotional service. This is confirmed in Veda. Bhakti evaivam darshyate. Bhakti evainam darshyate. Only bhakti can bring one in contact with Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared from the womb of Devaki. Therefore, Devaki symbolically represents bhakti, and Kansa symbolically represents material fear. Where a pure devotee always fears material association, his real position of bhakti is manifested, and he naturally becomes uninterested in material enjoyment. With the 6 sons of Marichi, when the 6 sons of Marichi are killed by such fear, and one is freed from material contamination within the womb of bhakti, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears. Thus, 7th pregnancy of Devaki signifies the appearance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. After the 6 sons, Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madha, Matsarya, are killed, the sage incarnation creates a suitable situation for appearance of Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, when one awakens is a natural Krishna consciousness, Lord Krishna appears. This is the explanation given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So here is the Chakravarti Thakur is speaking. Dham Mamakam means that Baladev is my unsplendid portion. This is important to remember. And Shesh is his portion. Shesh is portion of Baladev. This is shown in the verse such as Bhagvatam 65:28. Rama Rama Mahabaho na jane tava vikramam yasya ek Ansenaha vidhrata jagati jagatapate. Yamuna Devi said, Ram, Ram, O mighty I am one, I know nothing of your prowess. With a single portion of yourself, you should hold up the earth, O Lord of the universe. Though Rohini is the eternal mother of Balaram, because of my Krishna, because of my request, means request of Krishna, he appeared in Devaki's womb first. What he will do there? After establishing Shesha, which is my bed, His ansa means Shesh is the ansa of Balaram. There as my bed and seat. So Balaram will arrange his expansion as Shesh as my bed or seat. He desired to go to the womb of his mother. How is it possible that the sick material children could appear first in the womb of Devaki, who is internal spiritual energy of the transcendental Lord? So Devaki is the spiritual energy, internal potency. Just as the material universe exists within the Supreme Lord, but do not contaminate the Lord, the six children could exist within the Devaki without contaminating her. This is proven in the Gita, Madhastani Sarvabhauma. The conjunction of the material and spiritual and Krishna's pastime is there to illustrate the methodical nature of bhakti. While the devotee performs sadhana bhakti in the form of hearing and chanting about Krishna, they also enjoy the six sense objects, which is secondary effect of bhakti. At that time, devotee cries out pitifully, "Oh Krishna, because of this enjoyment, I will fall into the dark well of material existence." When a devotee shows fear of material enjoyment, gradually the tendency to enjoy material matter subsides. Then bhakti in the form of hearing and chanting of Krishna's name, glorifying his transcendental form, qualities and pastime, and serving the Lord in various ways become prominent. Finally, Krishna himself, the ocean of all wonderful forms and qualities, appear within the devotee. Bhakti is Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness by nature, and is directly manifest the Lord. Shruti says, Bhakti evenam darshyati. Devotional make the Lord reveal himself. As it is said that Marichi appeared from the mind, he can be considered the incarnation of mind. Marichi's six children are six objects of senses: sound, touch, form, taste, smell, and thought. So Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Matsar, and these are the another set of six. Since Devaki possesses power to make the Lord appear, she can be considered the incarnation of bhakti, because bhakti can make Lord appear. Kans can be considered the incarnation of fear, as it is often said, out of fear of Kansa. Just as fear of material world removes the sixth sense object from the womb of Bhakti, so Kans destroy the six children of Devaki. Krishna Prem, which is characterized by intense service to the Lord, necessarily appear in the womb of Bhakti after the desire for sense object is extinguished. Similarly, Anant, the personified form of the service to the Lord, appeared as the seventh child of a Devaki. As Sri Krishna himself appears after Prema Bhakti appears. So, who gives Prem Bhakti? Service. And who teaches service? Anant, Shesh. So Bhagavan himself appeared as the S child of Devaki after Shesh appeared. Jiva Goswami writes, he is known as Shesh. He is famous as my Ans, transfer Sankrashan, my Swarup, or a shelter, Dham, to the womb of Rohini. What is the meaning of Shesh? He who remains. When everything is finished, but still he remains, that is called Shesh. Dham can also mean the shelter, since he possesses the Adhar Shakti. Shesh possesses the Adhar Shakti, means sustaining power. Power to maintain everything. Take the embryo invisibly and with joy, son, by all means, ni, sunny. If he is called Shesh, why transfer him out of the fear of Kansa? He is my shelter, Dham Mamkam. Or transfer him to Gokul, Dham. Without him, I cannot fulfill the happiness of my pastime there. So first he should go there, then I will go to Gokul. Verse 9. Atha mansa bhagena devakyam putratam shubhe prapasyami tvam yashodayam nanda patnyam bhavishyasi. O all auspicious Yogamaya Shubhe, I shall then appear at aham prapasyami with my full six opulence ansabhagena as the son of Devaki Devakyam Putratam. And you will appear as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, the queen of Maharaj Nanda. Tvam Nanda Patnyam Yashodayam Bhavishyasi. This is the second order. The word ansabhagena is important in this verse. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, Atva bahuna tena kim gyaten tavarjuna avishtabhyam aham Krishna ekansena stito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Everything is situated as a part of the Supreme Lord's potency. In regard to Krishna's appearance in the womb of Devaki, Brahma played a part. This is the another meaning of Ansa. Ansa Bhagena. So, the another meaning of Ansa is some portion. So, one is Brahma. Brahma played a part, Ansa. Also, because on the bank of Milk Ocean, he requested the Supreme Personal Godhead to appear. And also Ansa means a part played by Baladev. The first expansion of Krishna, because he appeared there to prepare a bed for him. Similarly, Yogamaya also appeared as the daughter of Mother Yashoda, also played a part. Now Prabhupada has used three things. Yogamaya played part, Brahma played part, and Balaram played form. Now he used the three words. The Jiva Tattva means Brahma. Vishnu Tattva means Baladev, and Shakti Tattva means Yogamaya. All integrated with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the meaning of Ans. And when Krishna appears, he appears with all his integrated parts, as explained in the previous verses. Yogamaya was requested to attract Sankrishna, Baladev, from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, and this was a very heavy task for her. Yogamaya naturally could not see how it was possible for her to attract Sankrishna. Therefore, Krishna addressed her as Shubhe, auspicious, and said, "Be blessed. Take power from me, and you will be able to do it. By the grace of Supreme Person of Godhead, anyone can do anything for the Lord. Is present, everything, all things being his part and parcel, ansabhagin, and increasing or decreasing by his supreme will." Balaram was only 15 days older than Krishna. Balaram Purnima and then Krishna Ashtami. This is 7 days only. In that case, 7 days. But there could somewhere the Balaram Sashti celebrated, maybe different kalpa. By blessing of Krishna, Yogamaya became the daughter of Mother Yashoda. But by the supreme will, she was not able to enjoy the paternal love of her father and mother. Krishna, however, although not actually born from the womb of Mother Yashoda, enjoyed the paternal love of Mother Yashoda and Nanda. By blessing of Krishna, Yogamaya was able to achieve the reputation of being daughter of Mother Yashoda, who also became famous by the blessing of Krishna. Yashoda means one who gives fame. Ansabhagena, Chakravarti Pad writes, means the knowledge, strength, and other secondary ansa accompany.
How is Balaram only 15 days older than Krishna?
That's what Prabhupada says. Balaram is 15 days older than Krishna.
But he's like 1 year, 1 year old, right?
No.
Because Mata Rohini was impregnated.
So both were simultaneously pregnant. Rohini was 7 months and Devaki was also 7 months. And in the 8th month, So at 7th month, this exchange, so Balaram was transferred to the Rohini's womb by Yoga Maya. And then Krishna appeared there, in that place. And on after 8th month, on a what we celebrate on a Bhadra Purnima, Balaram was manifested, and on the next Ashtami, Krishna appeared. So in a Balaram, Baldaoji, they celebrate on a Sashti, which is according to the Garga Sanstha, 6th day of the moon. So Prabhupada said around 15 days only Balaram is elder than Krishna. Not 1 year and 15 days, only 15 days.
Basically, Kansa saw that, Devaki had a miscarriage. And right after that, within the next day, he sees the Devaki is effulgent, right?
Yeah. Means, next day means a few days when he visited, she is effulgent, the one who is going to kill me has appeared there. I think it's some other places is very clearly described that there's a, say, 8th month pregnancy, by 8th month they are born, there are only 15 days difference between the two. So this is what Prabhupada writes. I think...
So Devaki did not carry Krishna for a long time.
It simply because Krishna only descended from the heart to the womb. It's not that Krishna was born like a normal child. That is explained in that particular verse.
I see. Thank you. The other point is also, Hare Krishna, the other point is also is Balaramji, he comes to prepare because he is the representation of Krishna's asana. He comes to prepare Krishna's asana in the womb of Devaki. That's also explained. That he comes to purify the garbha because of the Sadgarbhas have been there. And then he comes to prepare the asana so the Lord can appear.
And the asana is a shesh, which is the portion of the Balaram.
Yeah.
And then Balaram himself goes to Rohini, and the shesh asana stays there. It's something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all orchestrated by Krishna when he says, Gacha Devi Vrajam Bhadre Gopa Gopi, from the verse 2 to 7. It's everything is very clear, but it's a very wonderful verse also, very wonderful section. And you kind of understand it. Yeah, the 8-day difference is because Rohini, and Krishna says that, what is Balaram doing in Devaki's womb? His proper mother is Rohini, so take him there. So it says, very nice. Yeah, but he came to prepare the asana for the Lord to appear and purify it.
It's like that. Where before you give class, there is a need of asana. So this is a simple formula. So Chakravarti Pada writes, he is perfect in whom all the part amsa enter. Another meaning. Bhajan praveshaha, which means entrance. Another meaning of the word is that amsa refers to Brahma and all other servants, and bhag refers to auspiciousness. The Lord appear for the auspicious of Brahma and others. These are the two meanings Sanatana Goswami's Vaishno Toshani. Or another meaning is as follows. Bhag means ansa. I will appear in the mood of son of Devaki as a plenary portion, partially manifesting myself, but not completely. Why? Devaki will love me only with the Aishwarya Bhav, loving mood of respect and majesty. Yashoda, however, will manifest pure paternal love, Shuddha Vatsalya Prem, for me, devoid of restriction of Aishwarya. So, completely I will appear in Yashoda, and partially I am manifesting in Devaki. Bhavishyasi. But your Yogamaya will simply appear from Yashoda. It is not mentioned that she will become the daughter of Yashoda. Though it is mentioned that Krishna will become the son of Devaki. Yashoda will not have affection for you as her daughter. This means that her presence in Vrja will not be noticed by anyone. Jiva Goswami says,
Krishna Prabhuji, but doesn't Krishna say to Yogamaya, he said, then you will appear as Anuja.
that will come in that will come in the next word. That will come in the next verse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that will come. I shall become the son of Devaki in my full form, which contain all ansa bhagan. Jiva Goswami just write this much. So here is the Rupa Goswami Laghu Vaishnava Toshani. Then very soon after Lord says he will appear as the son of Devaki, later it will be explained that Baldev was only slightly older in birth. Just he says slightly older in birth. Sridhar Swami explained that the word answer as follows. Bhagena means may be found from the bhaj to possess. Thus the meaning is existing with all his shaktis. Ansa bhagena means with all his energies. Or it can mean endowed with all his qualities like knowledge and power. Or it can mean with the form who glances at Maya as the Purusha. Or it can mean with a form which enter into all his expansions. Or it can mean with a form bestowing auspiciousness to Jiva like Brahma. Durga may ask, Durga means Yogamaya, what is my qualification for being born as to Yashoda? Krishna says, O auspicious one, Shubhe, by my order you attain auspiciousness and thus have attained qualification. This is the benediction. Shubhe is a benediction. This means she will be able to bewilder Nanda and others of the world suggests because you will appear in Yashoda, you will have fame, Yash and bliss, Anand. Says Yashoda and Nanda. The confidential meaning is this. With difference, bhagena, form, answer, I will appear as the son of Devaki and also the son of Yashoda. Sridhar Swami explained that the word swansena in the verse avatirnao jagati arthe swansena balakeshabao, this is 10:38 to 32, which means with their distinct forms, and you will be present in Yashoda Bhavishyanti, but not as her daughter. This meaning can be understood because of the use of different verbs, prapashyami, bhavishyati, and if the same verb used for both statements, then it would be understood that Durga will be born as the son of Yashoda, but calling a girl son must be rejected by restoring normal usage of Shruti. So this is a technical Sanskrit. So just as Devaki carries the Lord in her heart, so Yashoda also carried the Lord. Just as I take Devaki as the mother, I also take Yashoda as my mother. Sukdev will describe this later. Kansa appeared as Nanda's son. 10.5.1. Thus you will make a show of your potency since you are Maya. Then there's a big list of verses of Harivansh Puran you can relish. I read this morning. Is a lot. Your different names will be there. You are Jaya, Vijaya, Pushti, Tushti. You are the elder sister of Yama, Mrityu. This is the glories of the Yogamaya in Harivansh Puran. It's very lengthy purport. Verse number 10. Archa, because you will do this now is a blessing. Archasyanti manushastvam sarva kama sarve shrim dhupa upahara balibhi sarva kama vara pradam. By sacrifice of animal, balibhi, ordinary human beings will worship you gorgeously with various paraphernalia because you are supreme in fulfilling the material desires of everyone. So Prabhupada is quoting the verse Kameste Artha Gyana, and then Prabhupada will describe. Therefore the word Manushya means a human being. Here referred to one who does not know the actual goal of life. So Prabhupada classifies the human being those who know the goal of life and those who don't know the goal of life. So those who don't know goal of life go to the demigods, and those who know the goal of life, they go to the Supreme Lord. So further, one who has forgotten the real aim of life may worship Goddess Durga, Maya Shakti, under the various names for different purposes and in different places. So this Durga Devi or Maya Devi appeared as daughter of Yashoda, and after cheating Kansa, Maya Devi disappeared herself to various places, especially in Vindhyachal mountain. Achal means mountain. To accept regular worship from ordinary men who don't know the aim of life. Even should be actually interested in understanding Atma Tattva. Those who are interested in Atma Tattva were Supreme Personality guarded. And however, as explained in the next verse, this chapter, those who cannot understand Atma Tattva, as Apashyetam Atma Tattva, worship Yoga Maya in her different features. And then the verse quoted from second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Those who don't know, the persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth, have many subject matters for hearing in human society. Sarvabhauma Paritya says it's simple. Your aunt's material Maya will be taken by Vasudeva to cheat Kansa. You will be worshipped in the various forms in Vindhyachal and other places. All men will worship these forms because you are supreme, goddess of those who have all type of material desires. Now what forms are there? Here are names. Namadheyani kuravanti sthanani cha narabhuvi durgeti bhadrakali iti vijya vaishnaviti cha kamoda chandika krishna madhavi kanyaketi cha Maya narayani shani shardaiti ambika iti cha. So by these names you will be worshipped. And then there is a purport about these names. Two type of purports. Which places they are and what is the meaning of these words. Lord Krishna blessed Maya Devi by saying in different places on the surface of the earth, people will give different names such as Durga, Bhadrakali, Vijya, Vaishnavi, Kamuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhvi, Kanyaka, Maya, Narayani, Ishani, Sharda and Ambika. So Prabhupada writes, because Krishna and his energy appear simultaneously, people have generally formed two groups. Shakta, worshipper of the Shakti, and the Vaishnava, worshipper of Krishna. And sometimes there is a rivalry between them. Essentially, those who are interested in material enjoyment are Shakta, and those interested in spiritual salvation and attaining spiritual kingdom are Vaishnava. Because the people are generally interested in material enjoyment, they are interested in worshipping Maya Devi, the energy of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Vaishnava, however, are Shuddha Bhaktadakas, are pure Bhakta, because the Hare Krishna Mahamantra indicate the worship of the Supreme Energy, Hara. The Vaishnava prays to the energy of the Lord for opportunity to serve the Lord along with his spiritual energy. Thus Vaishnava all worship such deities as Radha, Krishna, Sita, Ram, Lakshmi, Narayan and Rukmani, Dwarkadis. Whereas Durga Shakti, Shakta worship the material energy under different names. These names Vallabhacharya says, in Varanasi she is known as Durga. In Avanti she is known as Bhadrakali. In Odisha she is known as Vijaya. In Kolhapur, actually Kolhapur, this is Maharashtra, she is known as Vaishnavi or Mahalakshmi. The representative of Mahalakshmi and Ambika are present in Bombay. In a country known as Kamya Rupa, she is known as Chandika. In northern India as Sharda and Cape Comorin as a Kanyaka. Thus, she is distributed according to the various names in various places. And now Vidyadhwaj in his commentary says, Maya is known as Durga because she is approached with great difficulty. Durga means difficult. Bhadra, which means auspicious. And Kali because it's dark in color. And she is most powerful, therefore she is called Vijaya. And because she is one of the energy of the Vishnus, therefore she is called Vaishnavi. And she enjoys she enjoys in this material world and gives facility for material enjoyment. Therefore she is called Kamuda. Because she is very severe to her enemies or asuras, she is called Chandika. Because she gives sort of material facilities, she is called Krishna. And in this way, material energy is differently named and situated. Now, verse 13. Garbha sankrashnatam vai praho sankrashnam bhuvi rameti lokaramnat balabhadram balucha shriyat. Now, Krishna is still telling Yogamaya, because you will do this job of carrying Balaram from the Devaki to Rohini, therefore he is called Sankrishna, because you are pulling. And because he will give pleasure to the people of Golok, therefore he is called Gokul, therefore he is called Ram. And because he has a auspicious power, so he is called Balaram or Balbhadra. So our His Holiness Radha Govind Swami Maharaj used to say, sometimes people may say, Ram appeared first, Krishna appeared afterwards, so Ram is higher than Krishna. So in the case of Balaram, Krishna is doing the name to the Balaram, so the one who is elder will give the name. So Krishna is giving the name, giving ceremony of Balaram before his birth. So Krishna and Balaram has this relationship. So I think the purport will say, Prabhupada is, in this Prabhupada's purport, the word Ram, which is also name of Balaram. So in Mahamantra, actually some people say Ram means Ramachandra, some say Ram means Balaram, some say Ram means Parsuram, because these are three Rams. But actually for Vaishnavas, this Ram is Radha Raman. Okay. Verse 14. Sanidishtaivam bhagavata tatheti om iti tadavachaha prataigrayaha parikarmya gama gatata tathao karot. Now what Devi did after Krishna gave order? She said Om. Tatha. Tatha Om. Auspicious. And yes, I will do this. And then she did the circumambulated Krishna and then left to the Gokul to do the job. Thus instructed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yogamaya immediately agreed with the Vedic mantra Om. She confirmed that she would do what he asked. Thus, having accepted the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead, she circumambulated him and started for the place on earth known as Nanda Gokul. There she did everything just as she had been told. Prabhupada writes, Om signified Vedic confirmation. Thus Yogamaya very faithfully received the order as a Vedic injection. It is fact that whatever is spoken by Supreme Lord is Vedic injection, and no one should neglect. In Vedic injection there are no mistakes. So Prabhupada writes this philosophy. This is beyond the four defects. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Tasmat Shastram, but therefore everybody should follow the instruction of the scripture. Chakravarti Padra Tatheti Om, saying Tatha and then Om, which is repetitive, means which has both have same meaning, a sign of great respect for the Lord. Having accepted Krishna's word, Yogamaya circumambulated the Lord and then went to the earth. She obeyed because she was the Supreme Lord, because he was Supreme Lord Bhagavan, Bhagavata. She circumvented him to fulfill his order. She acted according to what Lord said, not deviating at all. This is Sanatana Goswami. 15. Garaha, now the second section. 1524. Devaki bears Krishna in her womb. This section. Garbhe parnite devakya rohinyam yoga nidrya aho visaramisto garbha iti paurava vichakrushu. So, when the child of Devaki was attracted and transformed in the womb of Rohini by Yogamaya, Devaki seemed to have miscarriage. Thus all the inhabitants of the palace of the Kansa loudly lamented, Allah, Devaki lost her son. So there is a word Yoga Nidra, and Prabhupada has gave the purport on Yoga Nidra. All inhabitants of the palace, including Kansa, when everyone lamented, Kansa joined in compassion, thinking that perhaps because of the drugs or some other external means, Devaki had undergone this abortion. The real story is what happened after Yogamaya attracted a child of Devaki into the womb of Rohini. In the 7th month of Rohini's pregnancy is addressed as follows in Harivansa Purana. At the midnight, while Rohini was deeply asleep, Yoga Nidra, she experienced as if in a dream that she had undergone a miscarriage. After some time, when she woke, she saw that this had indeed happened, and she was in great anxiety. But Yogamaya then informed her, "O auspicious lady, your child is now being replaced. I am attracting a child from the womb of Devaki, and therefore your child will be known as Sankarshan." The word Yoga Nidra is significant. When one is spiritually reconnected through self-realization, one regards his material life as having been like a dream. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Yanisha Sarvabhautanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati sarvabhautanam sanisha pashyato mune. Whatever is a night for all being is a time of awakening for self-control. This is the verse. The stage of self-realization is called Yoga Nidra. All material activities appear to be dream when one is spiritually awakened. Thus, Yoga Nidra may be explained to be Yoga Maya. Now, this is the exact words used by Sanatana Jiva Goswami. Oh, here is the Devaki seemed to have miscarriage out of fear of Kansa. This is Jiva Goswami. Now, Yoga Nidra means Yoga Maya. This is Rupa Goswami says Yoga Nidra means Yoga Maya. Since sleep takes away intelligence of all people, Yoga Maya did this with great skill, pranite, so that Devaki would not suffer. Rohini would not be astonished, and people could not see it happen. This is the meaning of Yoga Nidra and Yoga Maya. Devaki is not suffering, Rohini is not suffering, Rohini is not astonished, people are not knowing. One should understand the sequence of events according to Harivans. Vasudev first placed the child in Devaki's womb, and Rohini then went Gokul. In the 7th month of pregnancy, the embryo was transferred from Devaki to Rohini. The Lord speaks to Yogamaya and Harivans. These are the verses which I think Prabhupada has quoted. So last verse for this today, and then we can have some discussion and our Ajay Prabhu's presentation. So here this Garga Santa has a very detailed, long discussion about this. Whenever you have a time, you can read this for your enrichment of understanding. Harivans is also there quoted all these verses. Gopal Champu saying something about Yog Nidra and Yog Vaya. Last verse. Bhagavan api vishvatma bhakta nama bhayankara avisheshansa bhagena mana ananka dumdubihi. Most important verse. Oftentimes I quote this verse for appearance of Lord Krishna or any appearance day of something. Very important verse. Thus the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who the super soul of all living entities, and who vanquishes the fear of his devotees, enter the mind of Vasudeva in full opulence. The word Vishwatma refers to one who is situated in everyone's heart, which means super soul. Also it means, another meaning of Vishwatma is only lovable object for everyone. Only lovable object for everyone. Because of forgetfulness of this object, people are suffering in this material world. But if one fortunately revive his old consciousness of loving Krishna and connect with Vishwa-Atma, one become perfect. The Lord is described in the 3rd canto of Bhagvatam. Although unborn, the Lord, the master of everything, appears like born child by entering the mind of a devotee. The point is mind of a devotee. Ajopi jato Bhagavan paravaresho mahad amsa yukto hi ajopi jato Bhagavan. The Lord is already there within the mind, and consequently it is not astonishing for him to appear as if born from a devotee's body. No. The word Abhishek signifies that Lord appeared within the mind of the Vasudeva. There was no need for a discharge of semen. That is the opinion of Sri Bhattisiddhar Swami and the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. In the Vaishnava Toshna, Srila Sanatana Goswami says that consciousness was awakened within the mind of Vasudeva. He became Krishna conscious. Srila Veer Raghav Acharya also says that Vasudeva is one of the demigod, and that within his mind the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared as an awakening of consciousness. This is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati used to say, now we are celebrating the Janmashtami, appearance of Krishna at the home of Vasudeva and Devaki or Yashoda and Nand. But the devotee's Janmashtami is when one experiences the appearance of Krishna within his own consciousness or mind. Then is the Janmashtami of a devotee. Vishwatma, super soul, all living entities. Krishna is addressed as Vishwatma, the soul of the universe, because he is actually the object of prem for the whole universe. Ans indicate that all the avatars such as Purusha avatar are included within Krishna, and Bhag refer to 6 opulences, all good qualities. Krishna appeared in the mind of Vasudeva along with all expansions and opulences. In Srimad Bhagavatam, that same verse, Paravaresho Mahad Ansa Yukta Uti Ajopi Jato Bhagavan. Although Lord is unlimited, he is born. Unborn, he took birth along with his answers. Though Lord is the soul of the universe, he appeared in the hand of Vasudeva with a special bhav. Since he gives fearlessness to the devotee, complete with all his qualities and powers. Since like Chitta Sukha connect Man with Paurusham Dham in the next line. So here we end. I think our today's quota is up till here. I think it's enough. Yes. Now, I think there are some little technical things, but most of things are very clear. The only technical thing is the Balaram and the Shesh. So Balaram is original expansion of Krishna and Shesh is the expansion of Balaram. And then the Yoga Maya, she appeared as a Yoga Maya in a Gokul, but she came as a Mahamaya when she came with Vasudeva. It is the Mahamaya which was in the hand of Kansa and appeared and disappeared in the sky. So in that other purport of Harivans, there is a whole description you can read once and relish. Any other question or comment? Otherwise, Radhika, what is your question?
Prabhuji, I have heard somewhere, I think this is from Gopal Champu, that the seventh child in the womb of Devaki was some maybe plenary expansion of Balram ji, and in the womb of Rohini, it was Balram himself. And after 6 months of pregnancy, Devaki had miscarriage, and then uh, at that time, Yog Maya transferred that child to the womb of Rohini, and then in total of 14 months, after 14 months, Balramji came. I think this is in Gopal Champu.
If Gopal Champu, the same thing is more or less in the Garga Santa. He appeared on a Sashti, it says on a 6th day and all this. So when there is a difference of the two opinion, then this is because of the different day of Brahma, Kalpa Bheda. But right now, presently, for our Bhakti Vedanta study, we have to follow Prabhupada's comment that 15 days old, that is the answer for our Bhakti Vedanta study. But the other explanation are good for our, and understanding and say expansion of knowledge and in public. If somebody says, then we can say, yes, this is written here, this is written here, and therefore they both are correct. So it's still, I told you, on Sashti, they said Balaram Purnima Sashti, and we celebrate on Purnima. So there are different people follow like that. And there are different, it is because of Kalpa Bhed mostly.
Actually, that's what I'm saying, that Rohini ji also had Balram in her womb like for total 14 months, and Devaki also had Krishna, I think, for 8 months. And that's why there is difference of 15 days and whatever.
It means what you are saying is Balaram is born after 14 months and Krishna born after 8 months.
Yes. But the difference of time was just 15 days or maybe 7 days. What?
But here Harivans is saying she was 7 months pregnant and then abortion, and then again the Balaram came. And Balaram say there are some other also way to explain these things. I think for the purpose of our educational part, we should just stick to the Prabhupada's purpose as primary, and the other purpose is simply to more clearly understand Prabhupada's mood.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Because Rohini was also seen to be pregnant, but that isn't mentioned anywhere. Because
just we read one purport.
Because she was living incognito.
No. I told Adhbhut person in one of the purport that when Rohini was pregnant, she was transferred from Mathura to Gokul, and Akrur took her on a mare, on a she horse. And this is written there. And then she was waiting, and on 7th month this all happened. And after 8th month they are born. Exactly, I think many times I have read exactly date, what time, when they are born. There is a description in some places. That she was there. I mean, Vasudeva and Devaki is like a house arrest. The other wives are visiting, the relatives were visiting. It's like that. It's not that imprisonment different type. And then ultimately after the 6th child or 4 or 5 child, then the hands shackle and the legs also has the shackle, but he can move. He can move for say 100 meters, say 20 meters, for 30 meters, go here and there. This is there. Okay, so our Ajay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, you are ready?
So maybe, Sarvabhauma Mataji, if you could kindly give me opportunity to present and make me co-host. So while Mataji, thank you very much, Mataji. I'm going to share with you my screen. Before I do that, there is an organization called Gallup, which does worldwide surveys on management or performance of employees in the world. And every year they survey something like 70,000 employees worldwide. And in that they have found that 1/3 of the employees in the world in organizations are engaged, fully engaged. Then 1/3 are actually not engaged, and remaining 1/3 are actively disengaged. Engaged means those employees know the goals and objectives of the organization and are fully actively working towards the mission to meet the missions and goal of the organization. Then the ones who are partially engaged, they know a little bit of the missions and they are not as enthusiastically engaged. And the ones who are actively disengaged, they are in a process of taking the productivity down and not even allowing others to engage. So this is an important observation wherein we in ISKCON should also look at how we can get devotees engaged in meeting the mission and goals of the organization. So when that requires each person to have an understanding of what the mission of the organization is, what the goal of the organization is. So, for example, my work, so if I am doing garland for the Lord, how this activity is contributing to the mission of the organization. When I am distributing a book in the street, how it's contributing to the mission of the organization. When I'm giving a lecture on the Bhagavad Gita, how it's contributing. So, and then how I'm making congregational development, how this is contributing in such manners. So, mission statement, actually I have taken opportunity in the congregation to time bring up the mission, to explain them. So we should actually also take this opportunity ourselves to engage with devotees and educate them on the mission. And thanks to Sarvabhauma Prabhu for in the first chapter telling us, showing us places where Prabhupada has indicated the mission. That's in the first chapter of the 10th canto. So what I did, I'm going to share my screen with you all in a moment. Share screen. Okay. So you will see share screen. I think are you seeing my screen or are you seeing something else? Second. Stop sharing. I'm going to share it on. So share. I'm going to share the application. Okay, here we go. So what I did is whenever Prabhuji mentioned in our class, oh, this is a sentence about the mission, I actually immediately copied that in the word file. And this is what I did. This is in this word. These are all references that Prabhu actually highlighted. I just copied them, just pulled them into a different document. And then after then when Prabhuji said, oh well, we should summarize, we should write an essay and things like that. So after that I said, okay. So what are the key elements of a mission? A mission statement has to mention why we exist, means what is our purpose, what we do, means what are our core activities, whom we serve, what is our target audience, and what are our values, and what is the impact that we are to make. So then I looked at these 5 things and went into the information that we had extracted from chapter 1 reports, and then I said, okay, we exist to spread Krishna consciousness and offer spiritual upliftment. What do? We do preaching, training, chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, and we do scriptural study and we inform others. Then, who is our target audience? Is the all human society worldwide. And what we stand for? We do bhakti yoga, we compassion to others. So that's why we teach them about bhakti and about spiritual education and Krishna conscious association we create. And what is the impact? We awaken dormant Krishna consciousness so that everybody can be happy and get liberated from. So these are the points that were pulled from this information. Some of it I have highlighted. Then I said, okay, let's write a statement. So here is the statement. The mission of Krishna consciousness is to liberate human society by awakening his dormant relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead to transcendental narration of his activities, teachings and customs. We strive to develop and empower qualified preachers of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to spread this transcendental knowledge for the benefit of all. By promoting devotional service, bhakti yoga, congregational development, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and systematic spiritual education, we aim to purify individual consciousness and counteract the destructive influence of Kali Yuga. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can transcend magical designations and realize their eternal identity as the servant of God. Through compassionate austerity and cultivation of loving devotion, the Krishna conscious movement offers the highest welfare work, bringing true peace, freedom from suffering, an ultimate goal of life, returning back home. So these things, all these words, is pulled from those paragraphs that we had pulled from this chapter 1. Then I said, okay, let's look at actual purpose, 7 purposes of ISKCON, which is on ISKCON.com website. And these are the ones that are mentioned. Systematically propagate society and educate all people in techniques of spiritual life, ultimating restoring balance. Propagate Krishna consciousness as revealed in Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Unite members into one with Krishna and fostering identity, spiritual identity. Encourage sangeet movement, promote chanting of congregational chanting, names as prescribed in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Erect holy places of worship and pastime dedicated to Krishna. Teach and support a simpler, more natural lifestyle, enabling individuals to devote more time to devotional life, practice, publish and distribute spiritual literature, including periodicals, books, magazines, and other writings. So you can see, except these two, number 5 and number 7, other 5 of them are actually in the information we pulled from chapter 1. So this is the mission statement. So I highly encourage that we all take time to educate our devotees and lecture on just this, that how our activities in our local association, what we do, how we are satisfying these or what we not and things like that. I think this will bring and motivate devotees and make them more focused and less disagreement. So that completes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, very nice. I think you can share with everybody and a copy to me too on WhatsApp or email. Okay. The one more thing which I think for our own development as a Janam Sarthak Kari, what Prabhupada has written some 6 points in at the door of 26 Avenue. Every devotee is required to do this. This should be our everyday meditation. Still we are not able to follow those which Prabhupada started in 66. Every devotee should do this 6. We should really reawaken in our everyday practice of Krishna consciousness. Is somebody else has to say something? The kirtan started outside. I have to have a class.
Prabhuji, I had, from today's issues, current issues, even some verses, how we are trying to address current issues using this ISKCON's mission purpose.
Okay.
So I will just quickly run, can I just point it out?
Right.
Okay, so healing mental distress. So from 10.1.4 is Krishna Katha is Bhava Aushadhi. So meditation and all will help in mental distress, addressing the anxiety and loneliness problems and depression issues. And 10.1.17 and 18 is countering materialism. So simple living, ethical leadership. It is a Krishna consciousness gives solution to greed, corruption, and competition that is going on in today's world, and identity and direction. So our Krishna conscious movement gives, the issue is like they are not sure now. People are even confused what gender they are. There's so many genders are coming up. So simple thing is to identify our to get our real identity, that we are Krishna's servants. So it is given in 10.1.23. So that way, then social family and social harmony. From 10.30.31, Devki and Vasudev, from their example, we know how the family has to be Krishna-centered family and value-based parenting. So, like that, I mean, couple of more points, like environmental crisis. Earth was crying, so she was looking for help. So we have, like this Govardhan Eco Village, cow protection and all. How ISKCON is actually addressing those issues today, which people are not aware about. Many of them, like pollution, will be taken care of, and the exploitation of earth will reduce if we do cow protection and farming and all that. And industries are reduced. So, I mean, this is something I had written and I wanted to
You
share.
can also share all these things with all the devotees, and then I think maybe when we can complete our assigned sloka, we can have more discussion with everybody's input.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
How really we practice ourselves and really make the little more, inspirational mood in the Krishna conscious our movement by quoting Srila Prabhupada's own teachings from the scripture. We should enthuse the devotees in their service towards mission of Krishna consciousness. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. See you. Haribol.
Recording stopped.
चलिए
Hello.